Guys, make sure to stay until the end. We'll talk about common mistakes people make as well when they change engine oil that can practically destroy your engine and spend thousands of dollars in repairs. So we'll explain what it is. Hey guys, welcome back to Auto Repair guys. Super quick and helpful video to any of you having a BMW guys X3. We're talking about generation 2010 to 2018. If you want to see how to do an oil change, stay with us. We'll explain how to do that. You should work on multiple guys years BMW X3. We'll explain common mistakes people make when changing engine oil that can destroy your engine. So make sure to stay until the end. We'll cover that as we go. We'll demonstrate on this 2015 model right here guys. Okay, what we need to do now, okay, we're going to lift the BMW in the air. Now, you guys can do that on quite a few models even without going all the way up due to the fact that it's a pretty high vehicle. But if you use jacks, always use jack stands, because if you rely on the jack itself, if it fails guys, that jack, one seal fails inside, you're done. It's going to fall on you and crush you guys. So we're going to go ahead, we're using the quick jack system right here. Okay, working on it now. Okay, and we're going to lock it in place. Perfect. Now, what do we need to do to perform the oil change on that BMW, guys? Okay, we need to come, okay, underneath. You don't need to remove any engine covers or anything like that. Just two little bolts for a little bitty flap, okay? That's located right there towards the transmission side. You see that one? 8mm socket guys. Go ahead and remove these two. Then once you remove it, you're going to get to the drain plug. I'm going to come on this side because I think you will be able to see clearly, okay, here. Okay, let me show you where the drain plug is located. Right there. We're going to get a wrench and we'll continue. So 17mm socket guys, and we're going to go ahead, okay, and start removing the plug. I'm going to get a bucket because we need to collect the oil guys. Okay, now some people will not drain the engine oil when it's hot because it can burn you, one thing, but it will come out faster. Some people will prefer to do it on hot engine oil, but always wear eye protection. Be prepared if the car ran for a while, it will be hot. If you're not so if you're pretty new to oil changes, we recommend to let it sit for a few hours after driving, maybe overnight, and do it on cold engine so you don't burn yourself. We're getting the bucket guys here, and we're going to go ahead, okay, and remove the oil drain plug. Now our car has been sitting here for about 6-7 hours, so everything's good. So that's what we're working on now, just removing the oil drain plug. It will come out fast, be prepared. Always have a rag, something as well. Okay, so we will let it drain. It will take probably 5 to 10 minutes to drain really good, and then we'll continue with the next step. If you open the oil cap, it will start leaking faster due to the fact, okay, that the engine will not be creating vacuum. So we will let it drain, and while it's draining on the bottom, we're going to come to the top. Now we're demonstrating on the 6-cylinder 3.0 engine, but if you have a 4-cylinder, it will be very similar procedure. The oil capacity will be different, but I think the oil type and the oil filter is the same because we have a 528 BMW, which is the same as the X-Drive or S-Drive 28, and practically, guys, okay, uses the same oil filter, just the oil capacity is different. I think on the 4-cylinder engine, on the 2.0 engine, which is known as the N20 engine, it's 5 cords, 1 jack. For this one is more, we'll talk about that. There is a special wrench that fits here really good, so we have one, but I lended it to a friend of mine and still haven't got it back, so we recommend to get that wrench. We'll share the information in the description of the video below where you can get it from. So we'll use our pliers now, okay, here. So what we're going to do now, guys, okay, be careful not to strip it. Okay, we're going to start taking it loose. Okay, that's what we're doing now. So we have a seal there that's preventing us from getting it, okay, loose, but make sure you change all the seals on the oil filter housing too. We'll talk about that. When you remove that filter, more oil will drain in the oil pan and it will go in the bucket. So that way. Okay, lift it up, watch all that oil now. That's draining in the oil pan. So we're going to let it sit, it's going to slowly absorb it, okay? And we're going to get it here in the bucket. And you can see it's out, guys. Okay, it's slowly going out now, okay? So all that will leak back in the oil pan. So here we can continue, okay, with the next step, and that will be, okay, to replace that filter now. We need to replace the seals here, that big seal, the little green seal that you see on the front, and the filter itself will need to be replaced as well. Quite dirty oil. I think it's at close to 10,000 miles. Okay, we pulled it out. That's great. Now, here, guys, okay, the new filter. I will put information in the description of the video below where you can get them from. But it's very affordable price, comes with all the necessary things here for the repair, guys. So even if you have the 4-cylinder engine or you have the S drive, I think on the S drive, the one that don't have the front wheel drive, you're going to have a plastic drain plug like this one with a hex key. If you have the X drive, all-wheel drive, you have the aluminum plug like the one we removed, because we have aluminum oil pan, and you have to replace that washer there as well. So let's go ahead. I'm going to pass them here and we will install the new ones now. Okay, working on it now. Perfect. And we're going to apply it now, guys. Okay, on the oil cap, it goes in the canal. Remember which canal we removed it from. Make sure you remove the old seal, not to stack them on top of each other. We've seen that happen as well. Make sure the cap is in good condition. If not, replace it. They sell them, they're not expensive. Because sometimes they can be cracked or broken. They're exposed to a lot of heat. Replace the little bitty ring here. Okay, perfect. Apply a little bit of oil on the rings. The filter is non-directional filter, so just get it and push it in until it locks in place. Here, it's all draining now. Okay, let me make sure everything looks good. Yeah, it looks good, so we can go ahead. Okay, and start it now. And tighten that filter. Now, common mistake people make. Double sealing here, the O-ring, not getting the cap tight. Later you can start leaking oil out of here, the engine can be starving for oil and you can destroy your engine. So we're going to go ahead, okay, tighten it now. At first it goes by hand sound, and then, okay, we need to go ahead and get the pliers, because that seal, that new seal will be harder, okay, to compress. So we're going to stop once it reaches the bottom. Okay, it's probably 4 more revolutions, it's actually less than 1 revolution, but because we don't go a whole revolution. Okay, watch now, it's approaching the housing now, it will stop. If you use the wrench, it's really cool because you can use the Newton meters, set a torque wrench and get it at 25 plus 5 Newton meters. So this one's ready, guys. Now, so far, okay, things not to forget: tighten the oil filter and install oil filter. Make sure it's the correct filter too. That's a new drain plug here that we're going to replace, because our old one, okay, it's still there underneath. So we'll go now under the car. Practically it's barely dripping, so this is practically drained, guys. We'll get the drain plug now and we'll go ahead and change the washer on it, install the new one, the new copper washer, and we can go ahead and tighten it now. Okay, hopefully we don't drop it in the bucket and we'll start dripping in a little bit. Okay, having a hard time installing it there because it's quite slippery, guys. So make sure you align it and start it by hand. Okay, let me pass right here rag to clean. And Okay, we need to tighten that thing. If you want to see the torque specs for the porks, for the drain pork, I'm going to share that in the description of the video below. Don't over tighten it, you can damage the oil pan. If you under tighten it, it can come loose. We've seen that happen, guys. People lose a drain pork, and as a result, okay, that's perfect. They, guys, run out of oil in a few minutes, less than a minute. Sometimes when the engine oil is hot, engine starts for oil, and you just destroy your engine, guys, and spend thousands of dollars on repairs or engine replacement. So now, next thing that we need to do, we need to install the little cover underneath with the right there with the 10 millimeter, guys. You can see that's what we're doing next. Don't forget to get the bucket out under the car liner, to make sure that you don't set the car on the bucket. That's the oil right there, guys. Perfect. Next, what do we need to do here? Our filter is ready, right? We drain the oil, we tighten the oil drain pork, we change the filter, we tighten that as well. Common mistakes people make. After that, let's set the car down, guys. We need to set that car down. So, we can go ahead and add oil. So it needs to be level ground. We'll talk about that and how to check engine oil level as well. Okay, perfect. Check this thing out. So next, guys, we recommend, we use that additive, it says every 30,000 miles, protects for 30,000 miles or 50,000 kilometers. We did ours at 101, so we're still good. But it's amazing additive that what it does, it can protect your BMW engine quite a bit. It reduces, friction by 75%. Let me focus here. 1 second, because my head was busy. It reduces friction by 75% and reduction of wear by 34%. Leaky moly Ceratec is amazing stuff. Makes your engine super quiet. If you have the hydraulic lifters in your car as well, information will be in the description of the video below. If you have oil leaks, leaking gaskets, Motor Oil Saver is another amazing product that you can use, guys, too. So we're going to go ahead, hold the funnel here now, and we need to start adding engine oil. So let's add the first jug. For the 6-cylinder engine, it's more than that. So on the second one, we will explain exactly how much you need to add after that, guys. So let's go ahead, and empty this one all the way now. So guys, now this engine takes 6.9 quarts. We add about 7 usually. Don't overfill it because it can cause damage to the engine and catalytic converters. If you have the 4-cylinder engine, for a rear wheel drive it's 5.3. I think for the all-wheel drive it's 5.8 quarts, guys. So you gotta make sure, you get them right. So from this one we need to add 2 quarts. So we have 3 in it now, so we need to come to 1. So we need to add 2 more, and we are practically ready to continue after that with the next step. So wow, that's liquid gold, guys. That's amazing oil, really good oil. Leaky moly is another good oil that we use. Mobile One, Castro, Edge. Leaky moly is probably my favorite. But we were kind of in a hurry. We need a long drive tomorrow, so we had to change it, and we were already working on the car. So that's good, that's perfect. We're right now at 7 quarts. Now, the next mistake people make is forgetting to install the oil cap. I know it sounds simple, but we've seen that happen quite often, guys. And we've seen 2 destroyed engines because of that. So, oil drain plug needs to be tightened, oil filter, oil cap, make sure you add oil, make sure you install oil filter inside the housing as well, guys. Those are the top 5 mistakes we make. So, let's explain what else we need to do now. Next, guys. What do we need to do? We're going to go ahead and pull that, that jack for the next procedure, you don't need to be inside your garage, okay? Because you can die, guys, okay? Never start and run your car in the garage for more than a few seconds, because if you don't have the doors open, the big doors open, okay, you can poison yourself with carbon dioxide, monoxide, I think they call it. But what we need to do next, start the engine, okay? And when we start it, guys, okay, let me grab the key quick. Can we, let me get the key quick, because I forgot the key. So we start the car, okay, and be prepared to get it out. And you want to make sure the engine oil light doesn't come on. If it comes on, that means that you have low oil pressure, something's wrong. It shouldn't stay for more than 3 to 5 seconds. If it does, turn the car off immediately, guys. We don't have oil pressure light warning or anything like that. The next step, okay, will be to check your oil level. You can do that only after warming the car, so you need to make sure you added about 7 quarts, 6.9. Drive it for 10-15 minutes. Make sure no oil lights pop up or anything like that. Stop and measure the oil level. For any of you that want to see how to do that, we'll have the video on the channel, because you do it through the computer here, okay, through the iDrive. You don't need to go actually, guys, okay, outside, pull dipsticks. You don't have a dipstick on that engine. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.